Hello my dear friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Barbara and today we're going to be looking at the secondary progression, progressing out of the Pisces sun or rising into the Aries sun or rising. So this video is for you if you do have this placement. If you're a cross watcher, welcome as well. If you don't know what secondary progressions are, I talk about it in a previous video, so I'm going to put that in the comments below, and if you want you can check that out first before watching this video. So Pisces sun or rising. Basically with the secondary progressions, especially in the sun or the rising, what we want to look at is the rising is the self, okay? It's the first house, it's our identity, it's who we are at the core. Same with the sun, it deals with our ego as well. So a lot of this deals with your identity. So when you go through this progression, you're going to be going through an identity change. And honestly, for the Pisces going into the Aries, probably a relief. Okay, a burden lifted off your shoulders, because what tends to happen, especially when you have the Pisces sun or rising, first of all, Pisces rising comes through with a lot of karma to clear in this lifetime, okay? A lot of the time, some people might associate it with their last lifetime. Really what that is like you come here to clear out a lot of things. Pisces deals with the 12th house, it deals with enemies, past life enemies, it deals with karma, all these things. So the earlier part of your life, okay, especially up until you get to probably your Saturn return is when you're going to start seeing these changes, but for some people it might be earlier on in their life. Regardless, while you're still in this placement, Pisces sun or rising, it's going to feel heavy, it's going to feel intense, you're going to feel like almost like this cloud around your head. You're going to be picking up on a lot of people's energies. You might not even know whose energy, these types of things. There are definitely benefits to having a Pisces sun or rising. Don't get me wrong, you guys are creative, psychic, intuitive. You guys are going to have all these dreams, all these visions. You guys are going to be very, very good at manifesting, but what tends to happen with the Pisces energy is they tend to fall back. Okay, because with Pisces, they tend to always be looking for a guide of some sort, okay, or for someone to help them or for someone to guide them. So when you go through this transition, you're basically taking all those dreams, all those goals, all those desires, and now putting them into action. That's what's amazing about this placement. Okay, it's a very successful placement to have when you transition out of Pisces into Aries, because it's like you're now taking those dreams, those visions, all these things you have, and now you're going into the Aries energy where you're going to be a go-getter. You're not going to be waiting for people to pick you and choose you and help you and guide you. That's really like Pisces energy in the shadow. And also Pisces energy in the shadow might fall into escapism in one way, shape, or form, because again, they almost don't know how to deal with all of this. They don't know how to deal with all of the energies, all the emotions, all the things that they're picking up on, maybe all the dreams you have. You might not even know where to start, right? Where it's like, oh, I have all these dreams and goals and I don't know what to do and I just want someone to help me and guide me and pick me and choose me. That's usually the Piscean energy. And unfortunately, what tends to happen with Pisces energy is like, because there are a lot of opportunists out there and Pisces has a lot of creative energy, they might have wrong intentions, okay? And they might just energetically siphon you or drain you. So when you move into the Aries energy, you're now doing these things on your own. You're go-getting. You know how to go after things. You have your vision, you have your dreams, you know how to maybe create a plan. This is what I'm going to do first. Then I'm going to go after that, because Aries energy tends to jump into things before they're ready, okay? Pisces is going to like dream about it. They're going to think about it. Okay, this is how I'm going to do it. And sometimes it's also romanticizing with the Piscean energy. So sometimes Pisces might think that things are going to be better because they pick up on it energetically. Because the thing is, when you're in the psychic realms, okay, everything is great because it's bliss and love and joy on the earth plane. Sometimes when you anchor that vision or dream down, it's not going to be quite like you had envisioned. So that's why with Piscean energy, there always tends to be like almost like an energy of disappointment attached to them. So when you guys go into that Aries energy, it's more practical, it's more go-getting. You guys aren't going to spend so much time thinking and dreaming and this is how it's going to be. It's going to be so awesome when I get this thing. You guys are just going to go after it. That's really the difference, okay? When you go out of the Piscean energy into the Aries energy, 12th house into first house, okay? That's really what's happening. And it's also probably for a lot of you guys, the earlier part of your life, okay? What tends to happen is there tends to be a lot of karma to clear, so it might just feel heavy. You guys, again, might feel directionless. These types of things, you guys might feel like, why aren't things happening for me? I have all these dreams. I feel like, you know, this is what I'm meant to be doing. But it's like, again, you need that masculine energy that Aries brings through and now puts these things into action. Okay, we're going after it. Okay, we're going to finally make that move. We're going to finally give out those business cards. We're going to finally sign up for the gym, whatever it is, right? So Aries is going to come through and be like, okay, we're finally doing this, okay? No more thinking about it, no more dreaming about it, no more being like, this is what's going to happen. Because also Pisces deals with spirituality. So Pisces is a very good manifester. But again, there's almost like this knowing on a soul level where it's like they know they're good at manifesting, but you can't manifest without action. So that's the thing that Pisces to Aries really learns, okay? And that's why it's such an amazing transition, because it's like you have all of this vision and now you're going after it with the Aries energy is really what that is. Also, another thing that might happen during this transition is you guys might become impulsive in terms of your emotions. So it's like Pisces tends to be softer, okay? Pisces tends to be, again, they romanticize, so they might not want to go into negative emotions, okay? They might just want to keep things, again, very like, almost like a princess dream. Like that's kind of like what I'm seeing psychically, right? So that's the Piscean energy. And then when you go into the Aries energy, Aries, it's like you almost have this bottled up emotion or like anger that you haven't expressed, and you might become impulsive, right? So people, again, might be confused and be like, why are you like this all of a sudden? You weren't like this in the earlier part of your life or whatever, right? But again, you know, energy within us, which is emotion, has to get directed in one way, shape, or form. Aries is, I want to say they're good at that, even though sometimes they tend to be impulsive. But when they do learn to channel their energy, which is the anger, okay, it can turn into passion, it can turn into purpose, they can become really good athletes, these types of things, okay? When you're in the Piscean energy, you might be a little bit more lethargic. When you go into Aries energy, you might be interested in athletics, okay? Or again, go-getting, or even running, I'm seeing psychically, these types of things. That's really what happens during that transition. It's an amazing transition to have because you come out of all of this mental energy. And the thing is, what Pisces tends to struggle with is they tend to, like, their imagination tends to become so real to them that they don't have an outlet for it, okay? So they tend to get lost. The positive aspect of this is that they tend to be really good at manifesting, but the downside is they tend to get stuck in their heads. Okay, so this is what I mean by like there tends to be like a cloud around Piscean people where it's like they're in their heads a lot. So it also deals with isolation. That's the 12th house, right? First house, you're going out there. You're going to go meet people. You're not in your head as much, okay, anymore. You're finding a way to channel this energy. You're getting out the thoughts, okay? However that might manifest, it's going to be different for different people. You might find yourselves wanting to be in leadership roles now, okay? Whereas Piscean energy, the thing is with Pisces is kind of like, I'm going to sit back and let you guys all run the show, okay? That's really the Piscean energy. Pisces is very much like about uplifting other people. You go into Aries, you're uplifting yourself now, okay? So that's kind of like that transition when you go out of Pisces into Aries. And it's interesting because people around you might be like, why did you turn out to be so selfish? Or why are you only thinking about yourself? Or why are you so self-centered? Whatever way that might manifest, it's really like you're coming out of the Piscean energy where you were constantly putting people ahead of you into the Aries energy where you're now putting yourself first. You've learned to take care of yourself. You've learned to put yourself first, these types of things to go after your goals, dreams, and desires, however that might manifest for you. So this is the Pisces to Aries transition. It's a great transition to have because you're really coming out of like this heaviness of like clearing karma, karmic dynamics, karmic situations, being stuck in your head, things not working out for you, maybe feeling directionless, like these types of things where it's like you do have these dreams, you have this creative ability, but you don't know how to direct it. Aries is going to come through and be like, okay, this is how we're directing it. We're going after things now. We're going to be motivated now. We're going to be self-motivators now. We're not going to wait for others to pick us. Like that's kind of like the transition, and it's an amazing transition to have. So this is the secondary progression in the sun rising from the Pisces energy into the Aries energy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You guys can let me know in the comments below. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you all have a beautiful rest of the day.